a password, then this is where they will actually log in with their passwords. And this is how now the interface of the entire package will look like this. This is how the module will look like. So you can see it is very easy. You look at the purchase module. When you click the purchase module, it gives you submodules. Then of course the sales module will give you submodules. And then you have this inventory, which will give you submodules and all that. So every module that you click, it will give you submodules below. Okay, it will give you some modules. Now, how do you create new products? So don't be intimidated with what you are seeing here, because at your area, maybe each individual will be given a specific right to be able to see what exactly their operations are. So for this, I'm able to see everything because I'm using a different account. So now, if you want to create a new product, this is where you will do it. You just click your inventory, and before you do anything, you will be required to actually have created what we call the departments. And these are the departments. These are the departments are looking like. Okay, so you'll have, like, if it is garments for ladies, garments for gents, baby garments, knitting, towels, beddings, all these things, they are actually the departments. Yeah, so, and they are all numbered. Like now, if you see, say new, you will put department number and the department name there, and then you say okay. Once you've said okay, then it will appear here. So these are some of the departments that you're supposed to be creating. Of course, you'll also have units here, different units on what you are supposed to be doing. So like these units, like bags, bundles, and all that stuff. So these are some of the units that you'll have to define. Then for a product, once you've created that, and of course the other thing is that you'll have to create what we call suppliers. And this is where you do suppliers. Okay, this is where you do suppliers here. Okay, so if you want to see all the suppliers, I just click the upper box, then it will show me all the suppliers. And if your suppliers are beginning maybe with letter A, B, C, these are alphabets. Yeah, so if your supplier is Mose, just like your name, I will say M here for Moses, and then I will say here new, then I will indicate just the first letter M. So this, once I put the first letter M here, look at what is showing me here. Okay, the system is assigning me an automatic supplier code, which is M002. So it means you will be the second supplier in the system. Then I will indicate your name here, Moses, maybe, and Sons Limited. Okay, so that is Moses and Sons Limited, and then I will say okay. So you can see there now I've indicated the supplier name here. So what happens here, you can put the addresses. The address can be like PO Box. Let's say PO Box Nyumbani, or you guys are still using private bags. PO private bag, maybe. Private bag. Okay. So private bag, and then the town, I can indicate the town here if I have the town. If it is Calcutta, I can indicate your phone numbers here. I can indicate phone numbers here. I can also indicate mobile number and mobile number 2 here. I can also indicate your suppliers, and you indicate the addresses here, and then you can put the payment details. If the supply is an international one, you can see the currencies. You can choose the currencies that you're using with, and then of course you can indicate if you are allowing them to be paid advance payment, or if maybe some of the controls that you may have, you can put payments on hold or something like that. So if you put payments on hold, you can indicate reasons here. Like one of the reasons you can say could be very, very dangerous, or something like that. Okay, you can indicate that. So once you've put this payment on hold, so that you never know, maybe at times you may not be around, and maybe your guys will be there, and some of these suppliers are very tricky and all that. So if you indicate this, nobody else can be able to actually do any payments for this supplier until you come back and reauthorize it. So that is what you'll have to do. Then there are also some other controls here you can put in terms of transactions on hold. You can say maybe you're putting the purchase orders on hold, or you can put the GRNs on hold. You can indicate also credit notes on hold, or even you can do any other reverses on hold. So these are just some of the controls so that you are able to control some of the operations related to these suppliers in your premise. Now this is what you do now after you've set all this. We've set departments, you've set suppliers, and you've set all these things. Now that one, now you'll be ready to do what we call adding new products within the system. And this is where you can add new products in the system here. That is at the product manager. So what happens is that when you say new, the first thing here, you can see the blue band here. It is showing you which department do you want to add the product to. So you can select a department here. Like for example, if I select this department, once I select this department, you can see available item code. It is giving me 17001. So when you look at this code, it's actually relative to what the department is all about. So the department number 17, the code here is given 17001. So the first number, it's actually reflects the number of the department there. So if you say okay, and then it will show you, it will ask you, do you wish to create a new item code? Then you just say yes. Just like the way I said, the system is very interactive and easy to use. So once you say yes, you can see now the code has come here. So it is waiting for you to put a description here. Okay, so once you put a description here, you can say maybe, let me just indicate any product here, baby. I don't know if this is the right product, but let's just put, okay, I'll just indicate that. And then I will say here if it is actually vatable, I will indicate if it is vatable. If it is not, I can select if it is exempt or zero rated. But if it is vatable in Kenya, we put 16% a year. In Uganda, they put 18%. And then here, you can select the HS. If it is not vatable, then you are able to select the HS code. But if it is vatable, you don't need to select any HS code. Then it will ask you for packing. How did you receive this packing? So you can say if it is 1 carton, okay, if you can say 1 carton, or maybe I can say 1 piece. I will say piece. Okay, so indicating 1 piece here. You can put whichever units you want to put. Like you see all these units are here. Then I will say let me just select 1 bundle. Okay, if those bundles have a certain pieces in it, you can define if it is 1 bundle by how many pieces. Okay, I can indicate there 1 bundle by whatever pieces. So I will select a piece here. So this is the piece. Where is it going? Okay, this is the piece. I'll just say enter. So 1 bundle has 12 pieces. Now the good thing here, now I want you to just to focus on something. I've put the packaging here. Now when you come down here, you see HQ unit of sale is a bundle. Yeah, then the cost of topmost unit, that is now the cost of topmost unit, this bundle. Then let's say it's about 2,000. Okay, I've indicated 2,000 there. Okay, so when you indicate 2,000, you look at the left side of this left side, you can see the system is automatically actually breaking for you. So if it is 1 bundle, it is 2,000, which is the cost of topmost unit. You find that the pieces, how much will be maybe the pieces, the cost of a piece. So the system is breaking for you here. You can see it's the cost of a piece is about 166.667. So already you can see it is actually breaking for you so nicely that it's saving you a hassle of maybe trying to think and do some calculations and adding Excel sheets so that you can find the cost of a piece. So that one, the system just does it automatically for you. So then here, if you want to indicate weight, you can indicate if the weight you want to indicate. If you want to indicate the supplier's warranty, you can also indicate the warranty there. If it is 15 days, you can indicate there. And then here you can put the category. So category, I will select here general. And then the department of this product, you remember what we said? The department is department number 17. So you tag this department number 17. Okay, and then the sub-department here, I will just leave it there. I will set it as blank because for now. And then here also I will set it blank for now. And then I will select a supplier here. Supplier, I will say it is Moses. Moses and Sons. Okay, then I will indicate that Moses and Sons. So once you've indicated this, what happens here is that you will need actually to update something here, because this system, this product cannot be updated in the system until you have an image. So you have to indicate an image here. So how do you indicate this image? I will simply just click here. Okay, I will simply click there and then maybe try to deceive it. Let me just put this blank image there. So you'll put that blank image there so the system will know that it has an image, and then down here it will tell me add new item. So I will just simply add this new item. Okay, so the new item has been successfully added to the inventory. Then I will say okay. So once I've said okay, so this item is already now added to the inventory. But now it is added to the inventory in a sense that it is only in the HQ, but in your branch servers, that is now if you have branch location servers, it is not yet updated. So what happens is that once you've done this, you will have to go to the branch if you have a remote branch location, and then select the branch. You see? So if it is a supermarket, I will select a supermarket. Now you can see the branch has not been updated, because if you see the selling price, the cost price have not been updated. So what happens is that I will just select this and double click it. So once I double click, it will give me this window, and then I will define this costing or the sales unit of a branch. So you can see here at the branch, it is still showing me the bundle, but the bundle is the HQ unit. So maybe at the POS, you are selling it in pieces. So you will select the pieces there. So once I select the pieces there, it will give me the cost of that piece. So with the cost of that piece, I will determine now how much do I want to sell. I can either put a markup percentage here. Okay, I can either put a markup percentage there. I will say maybe let me add 20%. So if I put 20% and then refresh, you can see it is showing me here that I can sell it on 200 shillings. Okay, it is suggesting that I sell 200 shillings. So maybe if it is a selling price 2, you'll want to indicate selling price 2. You can say maybe let me put selling price 2. It will be 10% markup. Then if I see that, it will indicate that you're selling it at 183. And then selling price 3, if maybe I will say I'm putting like a 9% markup, then it will indicate that you'll be selling at 182. So it is either way. You can either put selling price, and then when you refresh, it will give you markup percentage, or you can put a markup percentage. When you refresh, it will give you a selling price percentage. So whichever way. Then from there, you are able now to do what? You are able to save this. You can save it. Okay, and then when you want to verify, you just double click, and then you come, you say view branch. You can see the blue ticks, but there are some other hazards here. There are red hazards here, question mark. Now that one shows that it has not actually updated yet. So you will still come back here and say you update. Then also update cost. You'll say yes. And then again, double click and then view branch. Now you can see everything is blue ticked. So showing that everything is blue ticked, it shows that everything is now updated. Now this product can be found in the branch, so they can be able to say, they can be able to sell. So that is how we are adding new products in the branch. That is how we are adding new products in the system, and how we can update them. We can update them in the branch. Now secondly, now that you've added this product in the branch, how do you do now an order of this product? How do you do an LPO? So what happens, you simply come here to purchases. Once you come to purchases, there is an order here. So you do an order, then you just say new. Once you've said new, what happens, you select the supplier. Remember, the supplier was the one that we indicated, but you can select any other supplier, because you may have one product that has several suppliers. So for now, let me just indicate Moses and Sons Enterprise, and then I will say that. Then of course here, order validity, you can say 15. If transportation, if it is self-transport, you can put a tick there. And if maybe it is being delivered to you, you don't have to put any ticks here. So here you can put the comments. Maybe if the comments you can put, maybe is as per the terms. So once you've indicated as per the terms, then here you can start now finding that product here. So the product, you can say, this is the product that we had actually created. I will indicate here 0. Let me just check it where I've forgotten the name of this product that you are. Okay, I can use this product, no problem. Let me that is a product, and then of course I will say maybe I'm ordering 100 bundles, so you can see it giving me the cost is here, order cost is that one. Then I'll say okay, then I'll say done. Of course you can put so many other products, but for now let us just use that one product. And then of course this is now the product you've actually ordered. Now you can see the order validity is 15 days. So after 15 days, even in this dashboard, it will indicate the expiry of that order. So what happens here is that the new order here, if it is after 15 days, the system will know this order may expire. So it will give you some red hazards and all that stuff, like what you can see here, the way it is indicated here. But now this is the order that we've just raised. You can also view this order. You can view the order. Let's just view it. So this is how the order will look like. You can see order has an order number, and then from which supplier, and then you can see the order dates, and these are the this is the product that you've just ordered. Okay, here you can simply zoom it. If you are not seeing it properly, I can zoom it for you. You can see this is the product that we've just ordered here. Let me just return it to where it was. Okay, so there it is. So when you go down here, you can see here it will indicate for you ordered prepared by who. Then it picks your name automatically. So this name is picked from the password that you used. So if you are using somebody's password, it is very dangerous, because any document that you are going to raise here, the system will actually pick that person's name. And that's why in any company policy, we normally advise that every employee, it is actually proper for every employee to use their own passwords. Okay, and then here you have a barcode. Now this barcode is simply for security purposes, because anybody in Nairobi can design an order that looks like this and then takes it to your suppliers. Then they supply them goods in your name, which is very dangerous. But how will you be able to verify that that order was from your system? So that is where now you can come to this barcode here. When you scan it, it will give you the order number. So it gives you this order number here. So that is where now you'll be able to know this order was actually from your system. And then it will also show you who raised it and then who also authorized it. So these are just security features on how to ensure that you are actually safe, and somebody does not actually defraud you on the things that are going on, because nowadays you never trust anybody. So that is how you raise an order. But now, how do you receive this order? It is simple. Suppose the supplier has supplied you these goods. What happens here? You just simply come to this order here, and then you say receive. If it is now the company policy that the order has to go through an approval process, that mechanism is also there. Like now, if you see, there is this module here for an approval process. Somebody has to approve this order for you to be able to receive it or to process it. So what happens here, that if it is ordering, if it is receiving, you can either come here and receive, or you simply go directly to GRN. When you go to GRN directly and then you say new, you can actually select what it will ask you for, the order number, and then you are able to put the order number for you to be able to do a GRN. But now this one, you simply just can come here because it's already tagged. Then you just click here, receive. So once you say receive, the first thing it will ask you is for the supplier invoice number. So you can indicate supplier invoice number. Let's say it is that one. And then of course you can begin now indicating. Now you can see that it picks from your order, like you had ordered 100 pieces, 100 bundles of course, and then it wants you to indicate what the supplier has actually supplied you from your invoice. So physically, let's say the supplier has supplied us 50, not 100 bundles, but 50 bundles. So we say we receive that 50 bundles, and then I'll say okay. Just you say yes. I wish to save the GRN. Of course, it will print automatically, and since I'm not printing, I'll say okay. So once I've said that, what happens, I've received this, but there is an order that is pending here, which is order number 42. Let's view this order. Okay, so once you view this order, what happens here? It is order number 53 that has been raised from the reincarnated from LPO number 42. So remember, the original LPO that we had raised for 100 bundles was LPO number 42, but now a new order has been actually generated by the system. It's order number 43. This is what is called the reincarnated LPO. Okay, reincarnated LPO. It's just to indicate that the supplier had supplied you less than what you had ordered. So it generates another LPO just to indicate that there are some pending orders in which the supplier is supposed to clear with you. So that is how the system does. If you receive less, it will generate a reincarnated LPO from the original LPO. So let's do this. Let me now receive this. Okay, so the LPO, let me just click approve here, say yes, then say okay, then okay. Now let me just receive this. Let me say now the supplier is clearing my debt. I will come here and say now the balance is what? It's 50. So I will say I'm receiving 50. Say okay, then save it. Yes. And then here I will just since it will print and I'm not printing, so you can see here it says order does not qualify for reincarnation. It means there are no balances, okay, remaining. So we've received everything. So I will just say okay, that order has disappeared from here. So what happens is that if I go now to here GRNs, these are the GRNs that we've just done now. So if you look at if I view, so this is what is happened. So I can check here. So this is what has happened. You can see this is now the GRN that was raised at the first. We had received this item 50 bundle of this item. Okay, so you can see a GRN prepared by who. You can also be able to see that this is what the GRN has been prepared. This is now the second GRN that we had actually created for that balance from the reincarnated LPO. So this one also, it is how that GRN will look like. You can see here GRN created by who, quantity was 50 bundles. This is the GRN that we just received now. So this is how you do a GRN. So once you've done that, what happens is that if you come to stocks here, okay, if you come to stock here, and then I will check the stock of this item. Why am I putting 2? It was 1. Yeah? So you can see the stock of this item. This is what was received. Remember, we had received 50-50, so the stock position is 100, and this one is as per this date. So this stock is here. You can also check the incoming value of this item. It hasn't actually indicated. So if the item was a serialized item, you could also see the serial number of this item here. So this one also, you are able to print it. So you just click print, and then you are able to print it from here, and then you are able to see the stock. This is the stock product that this item has. Okay, so in terms of movement, you are also able to know in terms of movement, so that before you do any ordering and before you replenish any of the stocks, so you need to check the movement of this stock, how their movements are. And like now, for example, this one that we've received today, you can see now it is indicating stock at the headquarters is 100 bundle, which is overstocked, which means it has not actually been sold. Now, once it has not been sold, what does it mean? It's a time bomb. It needs to start moving. Okay, so if there be any pending LPOs, now this one is at the distribution center, but if you look at the supermarket, this item is still at the headquarters. It has not actually been taken to the supermarket, so it is still overstocked at the headquarters. So this is an item that needs to be transferred to the branches. So at times you may realize that sometimes you may have stock like this, but there is another guy who just keeps on raising orders. So you are able to check pending orders from here. So if an item is overstocked, what you do, you simply come here and cancel those pending orders that have been raised of the same item. So that is one way of controlling waste and also ensuring items that are being ordered, actually they don't become dead stock. They need just to be moving. So from here you are able to see from the time this item was received, in 30 days how many have you sold in 30 days. You can see here in 60 days how many, and then okay, you can see terms, days, and average 30 days how much. Last received, you can see this one I received it today, so which means I don't expect it to have been sold today. Okay, so but what I'm expecting is that it's supposed to be transferred to specific branches for it to start being sold. Okay, so this is how you actually create suppliers, and this is also how you can add new products in the system, and then at the same time this is how you can actually create new products in the system and monitor their stock and their stock movement. Any question from there, Mr. Moses? Yes, okay. Okay, sir. So now what you do, you can just organize some time so that if you have time, we can go through the entire system. You'll be able to see the flow of everything. But as at now, I think because of time also, that is just the simple things that I can show you. But there are so many things that you will be able to see, because if you check, there are also reportings here, and there are over 100 plus reports that you will be able to see of what the system can do for you. Otherwise, thank you very much, Moses. And your guys have told me they will be available on Tuesday. I don't know if you will be available on Tuesday. Okay, so Tuesday will be fine. We organize just some time if you have time, so that I can just take you through the entire thing. Okay, thank you very much. Okay.